were out here on Thursday. We got this crew that did the heating and air again. They're going to take care of getting the skirting installed. Just had a discussion with him about how they do that. They need to leave an access panel to get underneath. They're going around the house right now just laying out all the track and the rails and such that they need to install prior to physically cutting and fitting each individual panel all the way around the house. And that'll tie in that lower half to the ground, and you won't see any of those blocks or pipes or anything. It'll all be sealed off to the elements. So today is supposed to be the last day of the actual construction phase here. Now, as I mentioned before, there's still quite a lot of work that's going to have to be done out in the yard area: fencing, gating, grading, topsoil, lawn, front porch, back deck. So we got quite a lot of work to do yet once we're actually out here and living out here. Then of course we have to do a walk through ourselves and a walk around, make up a list of anything that we see that we're not happy with or that they may have missed as far as imperfections go. And they want us to spend a couple weeks just kind of looking things over and make up a list, and the installer will come back on out and take care of repairing anything that we're not happy with. So that still will be taking place prior to us moving in. We may change our plans on that. We're still not real sure what actual day we're going to make the transition over to this home. As obviously we'd like to get in as quick as possible. We got a bunch of stuff in storage, and we're also paying for a rental unit for our living right now. And fortunately that worked out real well, and we were able to get that on a month-to-month basis, so we're not tied to a lease. Now, that's one thing to keep in mind when you do a project like this, is that you are going to have to come up with a temporary living situation. Now I can scan on over here and I can show you what my neighbor next door here has done. They actually brought out an RV here, a pretty good size one, and they've been living out in that RV for a number of months here. They also brought out a big storage unit, and they've been storing some of their household goods in there. They've also been using it as kind of a secondary living area. They've got some of their larger appliances and things in there that are actually hooked up, so they're not living completely out of that RV. But as you can see, he put in a pad already, so they're going to be next. But these guys are working away. As you can hear, they got their tunes cranking. They're gonna do a good job out here, just like the rest of these crews have. Once again, thanks to all the contractors and staff associated with getting this thing out here and getting it set down, leveled up, getting this pretty much rough property leveled out, and at least to the point where they could work. And they did a great job, all the different crews involved. Nothing but good to say about that. Essentially this lot looked like that when we first purchased it, and we had some crews in here. Obviously you can see they've done some some pretty good work out in the back here, flattening out, and also in the front. I will be bringing another friend out to help with some of this additional clearing we need to do in the back here, and of course leveling. And I'm unsure at this point if we're going to need to bring in topsoil or not. I see a lot of these natural type grasses that are coming in. I noticed some of the other properties that have gone in up and down the road here. It looks like they've just left the natural grasses in and have gone in and just cut everything way down. That is a good method. Now I will tell you this as a pointer. I've done this on other properties that I've owned that have been this rough. If you just keep continuing to cut, and you cut and you cut and you keep it down around a 6-inch, 5-inch height, eventually you will knock out the weeds, and the natural grasses have a tendency to take over. So that's something to keep in mind. You don't necessarily have to come in and clear out all the old grasses and scrub brushes. You can sometimes, just through diligence with your riding lawnmower or your pull behind on your tractor, you can shape up these pieces of rural property pretty well without completely destroying the existing growth. So we may attempt some of that out here. Now obviously back here in the yard, I don't know if this is fortunate or not, but we have quite a few. Now I've been told they're blackberry bushes that are growing out here. So those may be an issue. We may have to eradicate those with some type of vegetation killer. As I said, a lot of that's up in the air right now. As you can see, I'll get down here. There's these berries growing. That one's not ripe yet, but there's just bushes, little outcroppings of them all around here, little sections. So we're going to need to address that. So I'm going to take a run back out here later today, or this evening, and take a look at where things are with this skirting. They are supposed to get it completed today, or if they do, run into tomorrow morning, because tomorrow is supposed to be the occupancy inspection. So we're hoping that everything goes well with that. We're not anticipating any problems. We should get our occupancy permit and we'll be good to go. And then the fun begins from our standpoint, taking over from here and getting the rest of that work I talked about completed. Now some of it's going to take place over time. Obviously we're not going to try and do everything at once. Just going to take one step at a time here. We prioritize the list, what's most important, what isn't. One other thing, there will be a full alarm system installed in the house. Another tip for you people that are considering doing this: when you're out in the country here, you need to take care of your own, and so we're gonna install a full video surveillance and intrusion alarm system in the house. We will have a driveway cam that will record anything coming in and out of the driveway. Some of these systems are pretty sophisticated these days, and you can actually dial up your surveillance system from your cell phone and look at your cameras that you may have placed around the property, along with a wireless dial system that will call your phone and the authorities' phone. Some of them even are as sophisticated as to let you know what alarm actually went off in what window or what door. So we're looking into getting that installed. I talked to the shed people yesterday. Looks like we're going to be solidifying the shed order tomorrow. We talked about that in the past here, where that's going to be located. So I'm going to knock off for now. Let these guys go to town. In the background here you can hear a little bit of harp playing. These guys are working to the oldies, I guess. So we'll pick back up a little bit later today. I'm gonna sign off here, and we'll catch you guys a little bit later.